Oscar Persuasion here, Team YBN. We're here with a deck list profile, and our boy Oscar's over here on the side too. We're here with who and what you do this weekend at UDS Vegas?
My name is Brenden Beckmann. If you guys don't know me, I normally go by BB. Come say what's up. Repping Team Ghost, owner and creator, work with. Me and Johnny Nagel, my buddy Anthony King. And I dropped my third event in a row with Zoodiacs again. I did not play 58 cards this time. I did still play 50 cards though, so people might call me crazy. It's more than just lawn mowing. I do break down the percentages on like the percentages of everything in my deck to understand like, so I'm not just crazy on my 50.
You did some math.
Yeah, I do some math. I do some math. But alright guys, here's the deck profile. My MVP, my true MVP, Tom Borg over here, you know. I won a game where I bricked with him and just Ghost Ogre, so
that brick board.
He can get you there. Making a hard rank 3 with him and say Ghost Ogre, Ghost Reaper. Oh yeah, it happens. We do it. 3 Rat, of course. 3 Ripers, of course. I play 2 Thoroughblades. You still need them to beat over. I don't play 3 because it does get cloggy, and over the 3rd I do play Ram. Ram has great utility with its revival effect. It's good against Paleozoics because it stops non-targeting traps. And the 2000 defense actually comes up quite a bit.
Especially in the mirror.
Yeah, especially in the mirror. There's not a lot of things that can get over 2000 defense. They normally have to Viper to get over it, or they just have. That's normally how they deal with it. But it'll normally give you a turn. So it's really great, and it does have great synergy and great combos with it and Barrage. Yeah. For example, you pop it off the Barrage, bring out something else, he'll bring back a thing, and then it gives you another pseudo Emerald play. I was using 3 before. I really would want to use 2, because if I can set up a board of a Zoodiac with a Ram underneath in defense mode, and then I Flying See them, they can't actually just attack over my Dryden, where if I have any of these guys, they can still just beat over with the Flying C. So it does create a better soft lock, which I've noticed more and more, and noticing from 3 to 1 that was missing. But these are all my core Zoodiacs.
I like it.
I played 11 hand traps. I was at 12, but when I tested with 12, I drew them a little too much. But I always still wanted to open one, because I did not want to get sheep comboed. Flying C is probably my MVP. He was my MVP at Seattle. I didn't make it at Atlanta because I was more afraid of Invocation there, but here at the UDS, I was expecting to play almost all mirrors, which out of my 13 rounds of Swiss, I played 11 mirror matches. Or excuse me, 12. The only other time I didn't play the mirror matches was when I lost in top 8 to Infernoids. Misplayed game 1, and then I grinded back, but Lawnmower got me. But yeah, Flying C is great, especially if you have Flying C Ogre, because everyone's like, oh, you just out it with Barrage. These 2 creates that soft lock. And Flying C is the only monster / card right now that can give you essentially a floodgate, a residual floodgate, where Scythe is only 1 turn, D-Barrier is 1 turn with this. Until you get rid of it. And normally, most of the time, how they get rid of it is I dictate when they get rid of it. So I control the board, so now you can finally get to attack in with it, but it's obviously too late by the time I allow that situation to arise. Crows were good still, breaking up the combo, still afraid of Infernoid, Fairy Tail Snow so powerful. And I only used 1 Reaper because I tested with the 2 initially. It was the hand trap I cut. It doesn't have that great synergy, and it is really it's the most situational of all the hand traps. It is a blowout, but like I said, I just wanted to increase my overall hand trap number, but I didn't want a 3rd Crow. Crow wasn't always as efficient as Reaper, and again, I wanted different utility. I'm big on utility in my cards. So that was my monsters. I don't know exactly how many monsters I played.
It's just a bunch.
I played 3 board wipes. Gotta give yourself a chance. Too good. Great to grind through. Set yourself up to, you gotta know how to force into my bodies to make sure it resolves, or if not, Twin Twistering first or not. But yeah, 3 of those. I had been using 2 twins. I upped to 3. Again, I just need to make sure I could get through backers and get through plays. At Atlanta, I was using 3 Cosmics, which honestly, there's a lot of times in this tournament I did only use it for 1-for-1s. I didn't, playing 50 cards, at 3 thought I would see it more than I even did, considering how much I see my 3-ofs even still. But, so, it was still good, but I really didn't do the end phase for that much. It could have probably still been Cosmic. I played Book of Moon, pseudo one of these / a defensive card. Book of Moon's great. There's a reason it's at 1 here. 6 combo pieces. Again, barraging Rams, more utility, but yeah, just normal combo. Played 1 Chalice. I like Chalice still for going 2nd in the mirror match, just to be able to give me another way to get through the Dridents and get my play to follow up. setting it as a defensive card's not bad if you can force them to attack, if they attack into their play early and don't go all the way through the steps. So it has good utility. Normally I would side it out going first, just for better defensive cards when I knew exactly. But again, a utility factor. Like, I wanted something for artifacts, I wanted something for invocation, even though I didn't play those. It was good in top 8 when I played Infernoids to negate Decatron, so it has good utility even still. But I wouldn't play more than one for sure. And I played 2 My Bodies, Ogres, Dark Holes, Argekis, It's My Body, Dryden, Stops. And then the last second card I threw in that I had been debating about for a while, I hadn't actually gotten the time to test it, but I'd done quite a bit of theory on it. At the beginning I didn't like it in favor of Dress, but more in my gut I always just kind of wanted to go with Lance, and I'm really happy I did for this tournament considering how popular XYZ Universe is. There's at least 3 or 4 times I can remember where I've forbidden Lance to stop in XYZ Universe. Stopping that, these if people still played them. If you need to make sure when they're barriering a specific XYZ, if you need to just make sure it goes through, it gives you that. Another play is when I flying see them. If I'm desperate, and I did it once. Again, if you have to do it to get the turn back, I can Lance the flying C so they can't barrage it, or in response to the Chalice, so it's just still stuck there. So Lance has a lot of great utility. Again, one of my big utility and consistency, my biggest factors. There's my spells, my traps, combo, Compulse and Torrential, 3D barrier, and 3 strike. The reason these are obviously staples. Great going second combo. The only thing that's really different about any other build compared is Compulse. I favor Compulse over Warning and Forbidden Apocrypha and cards like XYZ Universe, because I like the more utility, more different situational plays where they could, if they're behind and they make one XYZ, I can just stop them at the first XYZ, which most of the time it's Borbo or Broadbow, so they don't get any value and they're losing the turn. So I'm getting that value, and like I said, when I'm behind, I can use it to get rid of something on the field already. If I can like strike, I can get rid of multiple things with already established problems. So I wanted a card that could also do that in a trap card, which this is the only thing that does. Universe is good. The other reason I didn't play that is because I thought a lot of people would play around it. So all you have to do is make sure you do your Dryden. Like, I understand that you can force the Dryden, but I read this situation almost every time, and Universe like wasn't as impactful as like. I never lost to the card. Like, if I was losing that game, I was losing it because I was already behind to the overall game state, not just because I got Universe. I felt like good card, but not the biggest fan. I cited a small Kaiju package. I'd been debating between going to 4 or 7, or excuse me, 5 or 7. 7 I just didn't want to draw that many Kaiju cards. Like, they're great, but you only really need to see 1 or if not 2 of these in a game total. So if I can resolve 1, and I'll search last, like math is I shouldn't see this, or if I even draw these, if I can resolve 1, grab him, if I can do 1 Emerald play, I can make the second live. I've seen in OCG they've gone 3 and 3. To me that's a little too risky. Knowing my luck, I just get pooped on, so I don't risk it that hard. I cited a Lunalight combo. Thought more people would main hand traps. They did. Honestly, never sided it in. Felt like it was just too risky of a play. Never needed it. I put it in probably against like something I knew didn't have a lot of hand traps, but considering I played all mirrors, felt like it was just too risky of a play. Decided 2 Retaliatings for Metal Foes and for the actual Lunalight combo, because if you know they're going to stick with it going first and you resolve Retaliating on a fusion substitute, you banish this, the Emerald, the Rat that's under the Emerald, and the Zoodiac, they all go away, and their graveyard, because they already did their first Emerald, doesn't even have a level 4 to get back. So they literally they trade in their whole situation, their whole play for just a Norden.
Yeah, just a Norden.
And then you still get a body that can replace itself with a Maxi or a Flying T. So I only did it once when I played my buddy Leo in top 16 in game 2. I opened kind of a very subpar hand. It was Taka Tomborg and I don't remember what else, but it was a subpar hit. I think I had a DD Crow, and I drew another hand trap my next turn because I sided up into 12 hand traps just to make sure I opened him, because I didn't know if he was going to side into it or not, because I knew he was doing it since we talked, but I just wanted to have that potential blowout. 1 Apocrypha, blowout, didn't need the extra deck spaces, XYZ Universe, still like the card. I don't know if I'd still play it or not. It is just a hidden blowout that people don't see that much. I sided 2 wiretaps. They're there mainly for chain burn, because that's actually a terrible matchup for this deck. I played it at Seattle round 2 and Atlanta round 1. I lost to it at Atlanta round 1. It's a very bad matchup, and I don't use Danko because I do play 50 cards, so my math on opening a Barrage and a Terror Top with a Danko isn't as great, so I just want to go for more consistency. And also, if you're going first in the mirror match and you know they're not playing a lot of hand traps, which I did try this I think once in the mirror match, once or twice, and when they do just set a bunch of traps, this can guarantee they're not going to get a Scythe, they're not going to get a Barrier, they're not going to strike any of those power traps. You just stop for the turn. And then the last thing I cited for going first, which I actually did use this, cited in more than this for sure, because I actually used these cards, was the Road and the Starlight. Again, just enough Dark Hole, Twin Twister cards that I just wanted free win blowouts. The side, and then the extra's pretty standard. 2 Emerald, 2 Dryden, 2 Tiger, 2 Broad, 2 Piggies, tax direct.
2 Piggies.
Samurai, Totem, Invoker, Mech Whip. This card's still good. I don't know why nobody plays it. Whatever. And the Norden for my combo, I just put in here because I've literally never need more than these 14 cards in 3 events. Like, I used 3rd Broadwell last event, didn't need it, didn't need the Norden. So yeah, that's the deck profile.
So any shout outs, man?
No shout outs, girl.
My buddy Matt Rono, still be grinding on this bad boy every day. Bugging, calling this fool nice and early. Team Ghost, all my buddies.
Have your YouTube channel right down there too.
Yes, subscribe to our YouTube channel, please. We need it. Join our Team Ghost Yugioh group. We post all of our information, events we're going to, advertising, like our Colorado Regionals coming up, April 1st, hosted by All Seas. They're also hosting a Minerva tournament the next Sunday, Sunday night after the YCS. And then again, we have the YCS April 8th coming up. I'm excited to see everybody out there. You know, Team Ghost is going to be repping strong. Got to win at our home state finally after 10 years. But peace out, everybody. Thanks to the YouTubers. Have a good night, guys.
Congrats.